There are so many new singles to talk about, and I'm way behind on talking about them, so this is going to be a huge single roundup, and I need an easy way to rate these songs, so we're going to say yeehaw or yee-nah. I ain't giving grades to all these, there's too many to talk about. Like everyone else, I have been a little distracted lately, trying to figure out new rhythms of life with quarantine and whatnot, so anyway, here we go. Up first, Kenny Chesney's Here and Now. I really like the electric guitar in this song. I think something about it feels really fun and energetic. And the message of being present here and now is weirdly very timely. There's nothing groundbreaking about the song, but there's nothing especially offensive about it either. I'll give it a light yeehaw. Then we've got the newly released track Fast Lane by Cody Jenks.
The smoke and the booze, they don't treat me like they did.
We're fans of Cody Jenks in these parts, and this song is very much a Cody Jenks song. He's wrestling with his demons. This song is about an evolution of his feelings on substance abuse, basically, and kind of living hard and partying, and how what was once just a fun little thing to do when he was young became problematic in his life. It's beautiful, it's brooding, it's got a lot of steel. I'm giving it a yeehaw. Switching back over to the pop country side of things is Luke Bryan's One Margarita.
Ice blue sky shades on the ice to tuck the bloodshot away.
This song definitely has personality, and it definitely has a fun, sunny vibe, but it's so stupid. I just kind of can't handle that Luke Bryan is still on spring break. It just really reads to me as a big infomercial for his Crash My Playa festival that he does down in Mexico. And the words here, everybody here ain't from here, but we're here doing our thing, kinda dumb. As are lines like Tiki Bar Tikin. And yeah, the chorus, 1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot, that feels a little depressing. It just feels like at some point you're just promoting alcohol abuse. And yeah, am I taking it too seriously? I'm a music critic, that's what I do. But at some point, it started to feel sad that Luke Bryan will not leave this like spring break frame of mind, despite, being a mature adult man. Does it feel weird to you guys? I'm gonna give it a yee-nah, but maybe secretly tap my toe to it in the car. Then let's talk about I Love My Country by Florida Georgia Line.
I love my country, I love my country, 6 string and fiddle.
This song is not the patriotic anthem people thought it was going to be. It's more about loving country music and a country lifestyle. It's definitely a little bit pandering and a little bit just checklisty. Talking about fishing and cookouts and enjoying steel and fiddle in your country music, even though there's none to be found in this song. But much like I said about the Luke Bryan song, there is personality here. There is a fun groove. It is easy to sing along to this. A lot of people have commented that it reminds them a lot of Kane Brown's Short Skirt Weather from his album Experiment, and I hear that too. And that was actually my favorite song on that Kane Brown record, or one of them. So that's not a bad thing to me. I do like a few of the words in this song. Styrofoam plate date, I think that's a good term. I like when they're hanging out the window like a blue tick hound. But yeah, it does feel checklisty to me too, but it also feels like a good time. I feel pretty neutral. I'm gonna give it a yee, just in the middle. Then we got Summertime by Orville Peck.
Keep on rocking, baby, keep on rising on the...
This is a new single from an upcoming album from the Masked Cowboy, who I read in a comment the other day. Someone described him as a sad gay lampshade, which is a hilarious way to describe someone. The song Summertime is a continuation of that almost Lana Del Rey-esque kind of melancholy, moody sound that he developed on his first album, Pony. He still has that sort of Roy Orbison, Chris Isaak type voice, and his crooning, I think, is used really well on this song. This song is about feeling kind of alone, distant, separated from someone that you want to be with, and you are waiting and waiting and waiting for summertime, where you can either relive that romance or have some new one. And who cannot relate to that at the moment, I love the bridge of the song when it just goes down to banjo and then the steel comes in and then the really lush croon comes back into the song. It's definitely, to me, a big step up. I just find this a much more engaging song and a really weird, cool video that feels like a Jumanji game that never finished and he's getting wrapped up in vines. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna give it a yeehaw. Then we got Cam's Till There's Nothing Left.
Till there's nothing left. Till there's nothing.
This song is kind of moody and it has that big thrumming kind of bass that's just sort of a hum underneath the whole thing. And that makes it feel a little bit spacey, which goes with the apocalyptic video. This song's about wanting to lay it all out sexually with someone else. And I actually think Cam delivers that really well with a lot of personality in her voice, but I think the sheer production of it, and it's a very, very poppy production, kind of takes away from that. You almost don't hear how spicy she's singing because the percussion is so loud and there's so much layering happening. To me, it makes it feel way more kind of like smooth and laid back when really it's saying something a lot more visceral. So I'm going to give this just a yee. Then we got Breland's My Trck.
Call me crazy, but don't touch my truck.
This is the latest country trap hit, following Old Town Road and then The Get Up. Much like those other songs, this became a popular sort of meme on TikTok. People began dancing to it. It's meant to kind of subvert the question, what is country music? I think I'd like this song a lot more if it were subverting country music and had anything interesting to say, but this is just a really materialistic, dumb song that feels like it was meant to just be a meme, you know? It's just literally about liking your truck a lot. And liking it so much that you're like, yeah, you can take my girl, you can take my liquor, you can take everything, but don't touch my truck. And then just kind of dumb trap vocal noises for the chorus. I actually DM'd Breland months ago when I saw this becoming a hit and was like, look, man, I'll probably give it a bad review, because I don't think this is country music, but I would rather have a conversation about this on the channel if you're interested in doing so. And he DM'd me back and was like, I am interested in doing so. Let me run it by my team. But then I never heard from them again, which says to me that it is like the label's plan to cause some controversy. They don't want, you know, there to be really a lot of understanding here. It's more good for marketing if country fans don't like this song and don't want it to play. If you can gin up Old Town Road too, then this song becomes a hit. But I'm giving it a yee nah. Then we got a trifecta of boyfriend country that we got to get through. The first song of which is Russell Dickerson's Love You Like I Used To. I find this song incredibly boring. This is gonna be your vanilla country radio sappy love song. The twist of it is that he doesn't love her like he used to. The reason is because he loves her more now. There's nothing in this song that makes it feel like it's talking about an individual lived-in relationship. It's just a lot of platitudes that are like, oh, our love gets stronger in time, and it's like a band of gold, it's gonna last forever. This is exactly the type of song that makes me tune out from country radio when everything starts to sound like a Hallmark card. So it's a yee nah from me. Then we got Kane Brown featuring John Legend on Last Time I Say Sorry.
Say I'm sorry.
This song sits in that weird place of being really romantic and sweet, but under the shadow of being apologetic to a woman. It's kind of like the whole Sam Hunt album in that way that just came out. And people must eat that up because I am noticing that vibe is getting more and more popular. There's nothing ostensibly country about the song. It's a piano ballad. It feels much more like John Legend's song. And in fact, John Legend having such a languid, fluid vocal just kind of exposes that Kane Brown can sound a lot more monotone. I do think their voices sound kind of cool together, but something about the line, I won't say I'm sorry over and over again, being the hook, I know that that is leading into this idea that I'm going to prove it to you so I won't have to say I'm sorry, but it creates a little bit of a disconnect where it seems like the song is saying like, no, I'm done saying sorry, even though it's trying to express affection. It doesn't feel that generous because the main line of the chorus is you asserting that you're not going to say sorry. I think that's just kind of an inherent problem in the song personally. And I just think the song's kind of boring. I'm sorry. I'm giving it a yee. And then there's God Whispered Your Name by Keith Urban.
When God whispered your name, and that's when everything changed.
This is kind of like a 70s sort of poppy, really light song. I like Keith Urban's delivery on God Whispered Your Name, how he kind of actually whispers the vocal there. I think that sounds nice. I like that it's a lot more stripped back compared to what he's been doing, but it is just yet another one of these like woman worshipping songs where literally in this case, like God sends this woman to save him. And I don't know, aren't y'all getting tired of this narrative? I find something very like weird and belittling. To me, it just feels kind of like pandering. It's like the intention is supposed to be how women are so important, but the fact that everyone is saying it and laying it on so thick kind of dehumanizes them in a weird way to me. Like there's something cooler about just acknowledging that we're all humans and loving in spite of all of our regular flaws and all of our little inconsistencies. You guys tell me what you think about that, but I can't stand that narrative right now in every country radio song, but this is just a song. It's more than a narrative. I will just give it a light yee nah, but it's a yee nah. Then we got Jordan Davis's Detours.
Yeah, I lost my way. Damn, it lost my
Detours is a song by Jordan Davis of Singles You Up and Slow Dance and a Parking Lot fame that is about a guy finding his way through all of the turns and unexpected chaos of life to this woman, and all the detours made it worth it. In that way, it's a lot like God Bless the Broken Road. But there's more in this song than just one relationship that's redeeming him. This is kind of taking stock of his entire life, looking at his partying ways when he was in high school and his parents' divorce and how he was this wild child. It's definitely poppy. It's got this sort of spoken, almost like slightly rapped cadence to it. But it doesn't matter. There's such substance here. It is by far my favorite thing that Jordan Davis has ever put out. I saw him play this live and it was acoustic, and so much of the song had kind of just been him walking back and forth, singing these poppier songs with big backing tracks, and the show just came to life for me when he sang this. You could feel the conviction in it. This is a great song. This is a great song. He should do more stuff like this. Yeehaw from me. See, I'm not just a pop country hater. Then we got Good Old Girls by Jenee Fleenor.
Here we go! Good old girls, good old girls, good old girls like me.
You might know Jenee Fleenor as the fiddle player for Every Big Country Star and the reigning CMA Instrumentalist of the Year. But she actually is a singer in her own right and releasing her own music, and she's got this song Good Old Girls, which is a spin on the idea of good old boys, just sort of a standard Southern guy. She's given us the feminine perspective, and there's something really confident and pleasing about this song. It sounds country. You look at all the other songs on this list and then you play this and you're like, oh yeah, that's what country music sounds like. It's filled with fiddle, it's funny, it's charming. She's singing about her love of country music. She name drops Bob Wills and Emmylou Harris. It's not just your standard like Skinnerd and Hank that you hear in every country song. This is about her love of country music, getting a bow when she was 5 years old, learning to play the fiddle. This song's a gem. I'm gonna give it a major yeehaw. Then let's talk about Kip Moore's Wild World.
Ooh, baby, it's a wild world.
So this is the title track off Kip Moore's upcoming album, and it's kind of his Some of It by Eric Church. It's him imparting life advice that his parents once imparted to him. In the song, his mom tells him in the kitchen that she hopes he finds a girl, that he should value hard work. There's a really good line about not chasing the green of a dollar and being proud of the blue on your collar. I like that. And ultimately, in a wild world, he wants to stay wild. Stay wild, man, it says in the chorus. I wish the song felt a little more wild. It feels really smooth on the whole, which I feel like is a little confusing. Like, I kind of want the song to explode, but it's kind of smoothed out with like a snap track, and y'all know how I feel about snap tracks. They ain't my favorite, but I get that they're a part of radio country. I love the vocal the same way I love all of Kip's vocals. The gravel in his voice just sounds so good, but I don't love the production on this song. I'm just gonna give it a yee, with the slightest leaning toward yeehaw. I just wanted to have a little more energy. Then we got Thomas Rhett's mega collaboration, Be a Light.
In a world full of hate, be a light.
This song features Christian singer Chris Tomlin, and then Hillary Scott from Lady Antebellum, and Keith Urban, my favorite, and Reba McEntire, and it is a proverbial gather pillow of inspiration. Do I think it's a really cool move to give all of the money and proceeds from this song to COVID-19 research? Heck yeah, I do. Does it also seem as uninspiring as a bunch of celebrities singing Imagine to me? Yeah. This is a song that was clearly written not in response to this crisis. It's just about being good, being a light, shining in the darkness, not adding to the hate, trying to be peace in a world at war. There's nothing embodied about this song. There's nothing about someone's personal action. It is just vaguely saying like, be love, be peace, in a way that celebrities do that's so infuriating and so removed from the experience of regular life. And to me, it makes songs like this feel shallow, pandering, sad, not inspiring at all. And I must be in the minority on that, because it's like #1 on iTunes, so what do I know? Seriously, my opinion is not any more important than anyone else's. I'm just sitting here on an island, hating pop country inspiring songs. I think the song's heart is in the right place, but to me the only interesting line in the song is at the very end, where it's talking about a world in black and white, and you're supposed to wonder, I guess, was this written about racial tension? What was it about? I'd just love to know a little bit more specifically how to be a light, or what that looks like to you. All the vague, inspiring hopefulness doesn't do that for me. It's a yee nah. Then we got Chrissy Metz of This Is Us fame with her first country single, Talking to God.
I was talking to God last night. Your name came up.
This This is a song with a bunch of co-writers, including Ashley McBryde and Nicolette Hayford, and it's not a poorly written song at all, but it's lacking some of that specific imagery that make a lot of Ashley McBryde songs pop, and when it's not delivered with a whole lot of personality, it kind of feels really bland to me. To be frank, I think Universal is brilliant for signing Chrissy Metz. I feel like she could become that kind of vaguely inspirational, empowering singer that is always on daytime TV and selling Susan Boyle size numbers at the end of the year around Christmas. But I just don't feel a lot when I hear her sing. That's not a statement on her as a person. I'm not hearing it yet. It doesn't feel like there's a unique perspective here. This is a simple song about the fact that someone popped into your head when you were praying, and she's saying, you know, when I was talking to God, your name came up. That's a sweet, nice message. Is it a full song? I don't know. Very broad statements, no real specifics about going through what I'm going through and talking to God and learning the difference between moving on and forgiveness. We never really find out what's really wrong in this song, just that our narrator was going through something. It's a light yee nah from me. And then the last song I want to talk about is Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen's Hold My Beer.
Hold my beer. This won't take long.
This song is a hoot. It's going to be so popular when they play it live together. I don't know how no one has thought to make a song about Hold My Beer. You know, we've all seen that meme a million times where when someone is saying something, you say, hold my beer, and that means I'm going to one-up you. And in this case, it's like, well, when one of them is talking to a fan, the other one's like, hold my beer, I'm going to go play a show on stage. It's smart, it's funny, it's also the name of their project, and it's kind of jabbing at each other in a way that makes it really fun to follow as a fan. I'm giving this one a big yeehaw, and with that, I am going to be done with this giant single roundup. Even now, I know there's a few other songs I haven't gotten to. It's okay. It's okay. I can't talk about every song. I ain't complaining. I love my job, but if there's one song I didn't cover, just be okay with it. Please. Like this video, share it, subscribe if you've been here before. I know a lot of you people just watch my videos and don't subscribe. Just click subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you all soon with some more country music stuff.